Oh, here's another story from a festival, different Mind Body Spirit festival that I did. I did many of those back in the UK.
Hmm.
I remember that after I'd been working there for like 10 days, I kind of got a reputation, and I'd be sitting there doing a reading for one person, and there'd be a crowd of people around my table. It was embarrassing sometimes, because people wanted to watch,
Right.
and hear what I had to say about their friends and so on.
Yeah.
And the people who'd had readings with me drag all their family and friends in and say, "Hey, sit down, have a reading from this guy." And there was one woman, she watched me do like 4 readings in a row for all of her different friends. And she was like, she didn't really want a reading, but she was asking me questions, and she was like, "So you're putting out 16 cards, like how many cards you need to do like read someone's entire life?" I was like, "I don't know, I've never tried." And she was like, "Well, give it a try." And I was like, "Okay." And I hadn't done a reading for her, and I didn't know who she was. I didn't know anything about her. And I said, "Okay, I'll do something absolutely insane. I'll put out 3 cards, and I'll tell you your whole life story." And people were like, "What?" I mean, I'd never tried to do that before, right? So
Oh,
she
just a
shuffled.
3-card reading, or 3 cards for every point?
No, just 3 cards. End of
Ah,
story.
okay.
And she was like, really, really skeptical, like, you can't tell much from 3 cards.
Yeah.
And I said, great. She shuffled a pack, gave it back to me, and I said, okay, past, present, future. 1, 2, 3. 3 cards. I gave her a 45-minute reading, and all her friends were just laughing, like absolutely spot on. And
Amazing.
yeah, I gave her a really accurate reading about a past, about a present, and then projections into the future, what was possible, likely outcomes, etc., etc. And
Wow.
I remember I remember I said to her something about, in 6 years' time, you'll be married with 2 kids. And 6 years later, she was married with 2 kids.
Wow.
And I described the man that she was going to marry, and she had no intention of getting married.
Huh.
Absolutely none.
Interesting.
And I remember I said to her, "You're going to fall madly in love, and it's going to be a bumpy relationship, and you're just going to fall for this guy. You're not going to have any control over it. You're just going to like get involved, almost despite your will." And that's exactly what happened.
Huh.
And they had some relationship karma, which they desperately needed to sort out, which they did. They came to me many years later. She came back. But yeah, I told her whole life story with 3 cards. I'd never tried to do that before. I
Wow.
had no idea. I just thought, that's stupid. That's not going to work. It worked brilliantly.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, it's amazing. You don't need lots of cards to get
Yeah.
lots of details. I mean, once you have that channel
Yeah,
to higher
absolutely.
consciousness
Yeah.
and to the universal wisdom,
Mhm.
and you plug into that, and that's basically what tarot does. It's
Yeah,
a tool to plug into that universal wisdom. You can start accessing all kinds of knowledge from all different kinds of places about all different kinds of people. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
very powerful. And you
Interesting.
can have fun with it too. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a joke. I did
Yeah.
it as a joke,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, I was just pushing the envelope. I wanted to know, can I tell someone's life story? Is it going to be accurate and just use 3 cards?
Right.